There you are. I knew you'd be back. Okay, now one of the repercussions of this ghastly pandemic has been the need for face masks to be produced around the world on a mass scale. Unfortunately, that's meant that in some cases sustainability and quality have gone out of the window. However, my next guest says he's developed a mask which is not only effective at protecting against COVID-19, but it's environmentally sustainable too, and he's done it right here in Dubai. Usman Khalid, CEO of ViroMasks, joins us now from Dubai. Usman, pleasure to have you with us this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start with at the beginning. How did you create ViroMasks?
So basically, at the beginning of the pandemic, we looked at the current options available in the market. And I was here in UAE, in Dubai. And so was my co-founder, who is actually running one of the largest garment manufacturing factories in UAE called Amco Apparel Manufacturing. And we sat down and we said, listen, with regards to this pandemic coming over and what is happening with all the industries and what is happening the world over, we need to come back with a more effective response. And as you have rightfully mentioned, these are reusable, washable, as well as antiviral. So I'll just tell you why this is so important, because in terms of reusability, a single surgical face mask that you actually throw after using for a couple of hours takes about 450 years to biodegrade itself in a natural environment. So we definitely wanted to come up with something that's sustainable and something that is better than anything out there, because that's what the vision of the leaders of this country is, and that's what our vision is.
There's a lot of claims for the ViroMask, 99.9% of viruses, and eliminates COVID-19 within 30 minutes. How exactly does the technology work? And also, how have you tested this?
Excellent. So basically, this technology was not invented overnight. So we have partnered up with HiQ. It's a Swiss company. They have a technology called ViroBlock that they developed over the last 15, 20 years. So remember, coronavirus is a family of viruses. So it was already proven effective against coronavirus family, but SARS-CoV-2 is the actual virus that causes the COVID-19. And we had to test it. There are not very many institutes or labs around the world because of the inherent risk of testing it against a live virus. So we had to travel half the way around the globe to Peter Doherty Institute for Infection and Immunity at University of Melbourne. And that's where we were able to access the testing for SARS-CoV-2, and it has proven effective against it as well. So within 30 minutes, we neutralized 99.999%, but within the first minute or 2 minutes, it's above 98%. So rest assured, you are not carrying viruses that are infectious or germs that can spread on your mask while you are walking around with our mask. So, and the technology on top is EPA approved, so US Environmental Protection Agency registered, and is tested as a non-irritant for human skin. So now what we are doing is that we know that we have the safest mask for daily use across the globe. We are going through US FDA approval process to make it available for the medical staff out there as well.
Oh, absolutely. And in a way, I mean, obviously you guys have set this business up as a consequence of the pandemic. I guess one of the positives would be that you've created job opportunities at a time when some people have been losing their jobs. So do you guys employ a lot of people? Like, where do you see the future of the company going in terms of its contribution to the labor force?
So we believe necessity is mother of invention, and with corona pandemic on us, it pushed everyone out of their comfort zone, and we all have to change and adapt to the changing environment, and we have to stay agile as a business. So yes, we are very glad that we were able to help the local economy. We did hire quite a few more people. We did hire ex-Emirates staff. We are actually hiring interns that are fresh out of universities because they are graduating at a really tough time. And what else we are doing is we are basically prioritizing local companies over international ones whenever we talk about the whole supply chain. So we went live on Noon before we went live on Amazon. Our global freight forwarder is RMX, not some other international company. So we are helping the local economy to the best possible bit. And we are still hiring and at all the levels, at channel management level, all the way down to the staff that is working at the assembly lines. And we do feel that we are actually going to grow multiple times over in the coming year. So the hiring will continue.
What sort of trends have you seen with regards to masks? Obviously, there's the basic ones, there's more advanced ones like yours. Where do you see the future of this industry? You know, how much better could it get in terms of safety and protection?
So masks are here to stay, and we also have history to actually prove that, because in the SARS epidemic in the Asian countries at the early part of this century, but you know, the Asians started wearing the masks, and then they have kept that habit. So within the category of masks, we believe there are multiple categories that are coming up. We are in the protection business. We are not in the fashion business. So in terms of protective face masks, they are here to stay. What we would really like people to move away from are the surgical masks, because they're just because of two reasons. They do not protect the wearer. Remember, they are called surgical masks because it's for surgeons to wear when they're operating on the patients. So they do not protect you. They just protect others from you if you are an asymptomatic carrier. The second bit is these disposable masks that you are using for a couple of hours or one day take up to 450 years to decompose in a natural environment. So as a father of a 1-year-old, the minimum I want to do is leave a better place for my children and the next generation than how I found it. So please stop using the disposables, start using the reusable ones. And on top, make sure if you are using a reusable one, that it is actually protective face mask. By reusable, I mean you can reuse it multiple times between a wash. If you're using a regular fabric face mask, please wash it after every use, because otherwise germs and viruses are going to stay on that mask.
Absolutely.
And please change the habit of using disposable, whether these are straws or face masks. I'm a scuba diver, and next time I go diving, I do not want to see turtles and fish stuck with our mask that we used for a couple of hours and destroy the environment with it.
No, it's a good point, Usman. I mean, just quickly before we let you go, where are your ViroMasks available, and what kind of price point are you selling them at?
So we are available in the retail at pharmacies as well as Zoom stores. Online, we are in Noon and Amazon. We have already penetrated Saudi Arabia. We are going to Nigeria, Egypt, Germany, and Mexico within the next 2 weeks. So we are available for both people that are still working from home. They can order online, or your closest petrol station where Zoom is. So you can get your hands on them very, very easily.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us this evening and telling us about this remarkable product. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure joining you in this program.
Okay, coming